What's up, YouTube? I'm basically gonna tell you how to make some really good deer jerky. Well, this is about from, I would say, a large roast size piece of deer meat, and then another, Jenny, stop. So, I'm gonna say a good 3 pounds of deer meat. No. Okay, what you need is a tablespoon of all this: salt, black pepper, white pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. Okay, then you want a teaspoon. I usually use a little bit more than a teaspoon because this is what gives it the kick. What I do is I take all this and I put it in a little cup. Tablespoon, whatever. Okay, and then a teaspoon of that, and then you mix it together. Okay, and then you have Worcestershire sauce. It doesn't matter if you use the off-brand or the on-brand. I used both. Well, you want to get your slices real thin. Oh, yeah, Jenny likes this. About double the size of that, it'll start off, so that's about how thick you want to cut it. And what you do is, once you have them all cut up, you put them in a big bowl. Then you take this, and you just put a lot of it in it. You're going to be real liberal with it. So then you mix it together with your hands. Yes, it's going to be kind of messy. Okay, and once you've mixed it all together with your hands, you take more, and you do a little bit more. So they're all kind of covered with it. You don't want it, like, drenched, but you want, like, a coating on it. And then what you do is you take your spices, and then you just kind of all put it in there. Not separate. What I did was they're all mixed into one little thing, and then you put it in there. Then you want to mix it all together. Then once you've done that, then you want to start pulling the pieces apart, making sure there isn't, like, 3 pieces stuck together, and then all those spices got stuck in it or something, because then that'll kind of ruin a few pieces, or not let other pieces get as many spices as they need. Now, after you've done that, you can let it marinate. I don't really ever let it marinate. I feel like it's a little waste of a time, because, I mean, you see how thin they are. The spices aren't really need to soak in. They can just kind of sit on the outside. This is really good. We'll go through this. All this will be gone in less than 2 weeks. And I just dropped it. Oh, well. This table's clean. Now, if you notice, this is a really thick piece. I had to leave this piece on a whole lot longer than the rest of them. The reason being is it takes longer to dehydrate. Now, I'm going to go over there to my dehydrator. I'm going to show you how you work it. This is the dehydrator. We have 2 extras. You want to put this on 155 degrees. And you just want to lay them out. Now, the best thing you can do with this is, it's going to take a good 5 to 7 hours to dehydrate. Now, what you want to do is every 2 hours, you want to rotate the trays. This means this tray needs to be on the bottom, second, third, and so on. So every 2 hours, you just need to rotate them. Because what happens is, this heated fan, it's putting all that heat right here, basically on these top 2. This one's receiving the most heat, and this is receiving the least, or the least direct heat. And how you deal with this is you rotate the tray, so after 2 hours, and these can get a little cooling off, and then these can get warmed up quicker. With those thicker pieces, they probably stayed on for about 7 hours, and the smaller pieces stayed on for a good 5 hours. Now, you do not have to, dehydrate it all at once, but you do want to have a good 4 hours before you, cut it off. That's what I had to do. It was, midnight, and I needed to go to sleep, so I just unplugged it, and then the next day around 12 o'clock, I turned it back on for about 2 or 3 hours, and then I got my jerky. So what you do is, once you take it off, you want to feel them. You should be able to feel it, if it's, dried out, then you're kind of good. You want to kind of catch them before they get too dried out. No, that kind of sounds tricky, but you don't want it, where it's, kind of squishy. If it's squishy, that means it's raw. And if it's raw, you may get sick and it's not going to taste as good. And it'll be like real chewy. So what you can do is you can rip off some pieces from them and just chew them in your mouth. It's not going to hurt anybody. Okay, well, that's my recipe. If you didn't catch any of it, or if you need direct names or whatever, it'll be in the description. Like, subscribe, whatever.